So, Snake. Many of you may know of it as the game that you can find in your web browser on Google, or the funny game on the Nokia phones. But I know it as a game with deep-seated lore that not many people care about. Uh, you play as your well-known, well, Snake, and you collect fruit so you can grow in length. You know what else consistently grew in length even though it started off as a normal sized snake? The world serpent from Norse mythology. There are many different, types of snakes you can select. Uh, you have the basic snake, uh, just the rainbow of colors for the snake. You have blue, cyan, purple, pink, red, orange, yellow, green, black, white, rainbow, um, gradient, gradient again, more gradients, and random. But the one we're going to be looking at today is the basic snake in normal form on the world map. You know, this is really how you activate the lore, because each time you die, it brings you to a new area, just as the world serpent is surrounding the entire world. Now, this snake also represents the many snakes in mythology, such as, uh, you know, snakes are they're symbolized as the umbilical cord, joining all humans to Mother Earth. And often there are the great goddess and her familiar sometimes have snakes in their representation. And we can't even forget about the plume snake, Quetzalcoatl, that was important in Mayan and Aztec mythology and culture. It had roles as a deity, but he was viewed as a twin entity that embodied God and man, and equally man with serpent. They represent immortality, just like in Snake, you always come back. No matter what type of snake you are in the Google Snake game, you always get to try again. And the way that you die is you bite your tail, symbolizing it's the circle of life when they are coiled around to form spirals, repeating forever and forever. Amdua in Egyptian mythology was the state of existence before creation. This snake, the reason that there's no other animals and it's only fruit, is because he's the beginning to everything. He is there before everything, everyone. He's just wandering the earth, expanding to become the world serpent Normangander. Not only does he become Normangander, but also he is he is Amduat. He is Quetzalcoatl. He he creates the underworld and is a guardian of it due to covering it with his ever expanding body. He he is underwater, wrapped all the way around the earth as Normangander in Nordic myth. There's the Leviathan of Hebrew myth. He is all of those. Not only that, but he is the messenger god, Nira. He that is an ancient Mesopotamian mythology and gods. Not only this, but Phesian, they were one of the dozen creator gods of the Solomon Islands. They were the Aztec mother Q and voodoo snake serpents Damballa, Symbian, Petro, snake gods more often portrayed as shapeshifters. That is a very real possibility because he can shift into any color he wants and he can shift to be cubed. The reason that he is the most powerful being in all of gaming and world culture is because he is every single snake god. He is a god himself. That is alright, that is the rant before I fully explain the lore. Alright, so the lore of the he started on this small plane as in a dark world full of nothing but him and a few apples. And as he ate, he grew, taking more and more space, but inevitably creating more space to grow. And from these areas grew the different cultures, the different animals. But even then, he would often bite his tail. But he wouldn't die. He would come back in a different area, smaller once again. He was immortal. Now, he became a god among the people of Egypt. Nordic mythology, he became a sea monster. He became Armagonder. He became so much. He was able to shift colors. He would shift colors after he would die into a different color, one more obscene than the last. He became Quetzalcoatl. He saw people who praised him all die as he would. He saw wars break out. He saw everything fall and everything come back over and over again. But he never lost the smile on his face because he knew that there would be more, but deep down, it was always sad to know that the people that he had grew to protect would die anyways. He would always outlive them. The deep-seated lore of became everything that they wrote about him. Whether good or bad, he was what was there before the world was created. He is the Google Snake, Quetzalcoatl, Normangander, he is the beginning, the end, and everything in between. He is the Google Snake.